To me, history is dynamic and the future is constant. To me, what we call the truth is subjective. To me, I don't want you to believe me, but to carry out your own research. To me, to do for yourself by yourself is the best. So they called our forefathers barbaric uncivilized, just because they feared how powerful we will become if the truth comes to light. They called the ages our forefathers were doing great things dark ages, for they were nowhere to be found. Interesting. So what if I told you Africa was originally known as Ankebula, consisting of Kush, Nubia, Abyssinia, and Kemet? Currently the lands occupied by Mali, Sudan, Ethiopia, and Egypt. What if I told you civilization began in Ankebula? What if I told you that the first writing system in hieroglyphics was found in ancient Kemet? What if I told you the oldest university was found in ancient Kemet? What if I told you that most Greek philosophers studied in ancient Kemet? What if I told you Imhotep is the father of medicine? What if I told you that the popular phrase, "Man know thyself," was originally said by Imhotep? What if I told you democracy began in ancient Ghana Empire? What if I told you that King Tutankhamun is the father of democracy? What if I told you the richest man to ever walk on earth was an African? What if I told you that the oldest remains of human was found in Ethiopia? Do not believe what I say. Search for yourself. What if I told you there was the creation of Canaan way before any other creation story? What if I told you there is no single path to spiritual enlightenment? What if I told you monotheism began in ancient Kemet? What if I told you that there was the worship of Ptah way before any other religion? What if I told you Christianity evolved from the worship of Serapis? What if I told you that there is nothing like African traditional religion? What if I told you the first Immaculate Conception happened in ancient Kemet? What if I told you the concept of Trinity is of African origin? What if I told you the concept of Mary and the Sun was copied from the Black Madonna? What if I told you that Emperor Constantine changed Saturday worship to Sunday worship? What if I told you the concept of Judgment Day was copied from the Egyptian Book of the Dead? What if I told you that there was the Ark of Khufu before the story of Noah's Ark? What if I told you women never came out of the race of men? What if I told you that Allah couldn't make it to any religious book because of the fear of women becoming the head deity? Indeed, history is dynamic and the future is constant. You see, what we call the truth is subjective. See, I don't want you to believe me, but to carry out your own research. For doing for yourself by yourself is